Now, this video is about a YouTuber called Quite that ironically I actually watched a few years ago. And I think the videos I know him from was paying for insert blanks OnlyFans so that you don't have to. And I think he did it for Bella Delphine, Nico Avocado, Tanner Mojo, I think a bunch of other people, especially Trisha Paytas and even iDubbbz's now wife. So I came across his channel a while ago, and never did I think that he would be embroiled in allegations like this, or in a whole scenario, or in a whole drama like this, because he generally just makes light-hearted and funny-ish type of content. Just makes very light-hearted content that you really don't want to take too seriously or take too hard, because it's mostly comedic and mostly comedic content. But never did I think that he would be embroiled in this situation. And pretty much what happened is the whole of the internet decided to call him a rapist because of some allegations that came out about him with zero evidence and were very baseless. So apparently this whole thing took place in 2018, of where this person, I don't know whether it's a man or a woman or transgender or whatever, because he himself in the video referred to the person as him when it sounds like a woman, and an article said it was a her. Person was named Orion or some other content creator. But this whole case seemed like it was nothing more than a case of a YouTuber who cut off a crazed fan. And it seems like after he cut said person off, they decided to come out they decided to create false allegations against him.
Sexual assault, transphobia, slurs, racism, self-harm, emotional abuse, physical abuse, and more.
Calling him a rapist, calling him an abuser, calling him a racist, calling him a bunch of things, calling him homophobic, transphobic, whatever it is that they could muster up, they called him that. And all pretty much the whole of YouTube was in an uproar about it. They all decided to try call him a rapist, when it's like, in any case, if the person was really raped, why come out about it now? Why didn't you go to the police? Why do none of these people who claim that someone sexually assaulted them or raped them, why don't they ever go to the police? It's just a very sketchy situation. But in any case, Quite decided to defend his innocence. And there's this whole new trend of where you are guilty until proven innocent, instead of innocent until proven guilty. And Quite basically fought all the allegations, and in his evidence of his video, he pretty much showed that this person was a crazed and obsessed and a very immoral person, and a very crazed fan, almost like a stalking like vibes when it comes to this person, always trying to lead conversations into sexual places that he was clearly not comfortable with. But this person continued to pursue him. Even when he would cut them off and essentially ghost them, they would call him multiple times, they would stalk all his social medias, and they would try and get his attention, and they would usually start the conversations with him. So pretty much why Quite cut this person off was because they were crazy and they were lunatic. So as soon as he cut them off and said, I'm not doing this to you, I'm not talking to you anymore, they decided to come out with all these allegations. And why wait? Why weren't these allegations brought up in 2018? A lot of these people sit on this fake information about YouTubers who did stuff to them. And it's kind of weird that no one scrutinizes the so-called victims. These days, everyone just believes the victims first. Me, I waited for the response video because there is a very long and detailed response video, probably over an hour long response video. And I'm glad that he defended himself, because this world of calling people rapists and calling people predators and pedophiles and abusers and whatnot doesn't get enough investigating and facts and whatnot. People just say whatever they want without any evidence, and people believe them. But Quite essentially defended himself, and what I want to see is justice. I want to see Quite lay charges against, because you cannot call a person a rapist. You cannot just call a person a rapist, an abuser, a child predator, or a pedophile. That's a crime. That's defamation of character. So you have to have solid evidence that this person has done the crime, and then you can only accuse them. And it's not only it's the court's job. If the person committed a crime, they must go to jail, or they must be charged or sentenced or whatever. You cannot just throw out a bunch of random allegations. And why people believe stories on Reddit is beyond me. Reddit is probably one of the biggest cesspools of information of people who are just searching for clout, but everyone runs to Reddit. But anyway, I'm glad that Quite cleared up the allegations, and I want to see apology videos from all the YouTubers who called him a rapist, who called him a bunch of horrible things. And I'm glad that someone that I watched is innocent, because honestly, he makes light-hearted content. But this is Controversial signing off. Goodbye.